Here is Brun and Keswick. We're heading towards the Saratoga split. Here's one sunken deep section. There's a filled in manhole cover next to a grate. Here is, this won't matter because cars aren't going to hopefully cross the white line. These stripes are obnoxious, and when they're wet they get glare. I've heard from one of the quarries there's a chunk in the road missing, needs to be filled, but they can add stone dust and have it match the color of the road and not look like a zebra. Can't be too much added effort. This was obviously patched. That is filled in on a bike, so this is not super easy. Here's another one on the empty lot. Doesn't look too bad, but they tried to fill it in. There's one on the edge, little sunken. This one they tried to fill in on the opposite side of the street. But these zebra lines are pretty obnoxious. Although they do serve a good purpose, they can just be created gray instead of shiny black. This one isn't too bad. They've got some stuff over it. This is pretty deep, and there's a chunk in the center. This one's probably one of the worst on the street. It's very sunken, sanitary. And this is next to, across from that house. This one's sunken, pretty beaten up, needs some work. But they're a combination sanitary and the other department. So it looks like there's a great configuration with a manhole cover for one and the other. Here's another setup example, kind of filled in. That's off the side of the road, doesn't matter. Dick Ford's old house, Damon. Here's another one that has been filled with concrete. It's like a mess. Not too sunken. All right, here's one I whack. Right here. Next to a grate. Right before Westmoreland we're approaching. There is Westmoreland. A couple more, but they are off the road. So hopefully whoever's watching this video can know, well, see the homes, you know exactly where. This one's pretty bad. Right there, next to this grate, and that's the house that they're working on for a year. Took down all the beautiful trees in front, shamefully. And next in front of the attorney's house, this one needs a raise next to that grate. And then there's the paired manhole cover next to the grate. So they're all configured down the street. This one's pretty bad. If you ride close to the white line, it is deep, needs to be raised. Here's another one. Hopefully people don't hit it in the dead center of the road against oncoming traffic. This one's bad too. We're coming in towards Saratoga. These are a mess right here. This pair. Storm there. I think there's 2 more sets before it intersects with Saratoga. This is another bad pair. So the ones we just passed and these 2 are 2 of the worst. Right here. And they did some hodgepodge fill on top. Doesn't really replace a riser. And this should be the last set. Coming here, should have. Oh wow, look at that. There. These 2 are pretty bad. Right there. Ugh. So that concludes it. My name is Brad Time, T-U-I-M, like your funeral home. I live at 390, which is towards, before you get to Eggert, on the right. So I pass this all the time, and while we were here, I guess this was added after I complained, but separate from manhole covers, beating up vehicles, and suspension. This was, if I'm not mistaken, that's new. I'll have to check the town, but all that was there before was this little sign, and it was impossible to know which way you were going. All my guests for 3 years have gotten lost. Don't know how to get back to Brun in Maine, and end up going into Saratoga and wind up at Harlem totally lost. And if they're older, they don't know GPS. If they're younger, they figure it out after being a little frustrated. That concludes the video.